So Taurus, welcome to your Astroflower reading. Let's just see what's going on, and let's see if that intuition that came out that we were talking about in your aura reading. Generally, it seems like you've had an inspiration moment, a real light bulb moment for you. Let's just see what's going on with the overall energies here. This is prowess, but in a really nice way. It's like it's like being a very sturdy structure that you can sort of kind of go, yeah, I can take that on, And I don't necessarily mean doing things for other people. I just think being the prowess is sort of kind of going. It's almost like everybody's looking for something, and you're going to be in this sort of stage where you kind of go, oh, I think I found it, and everyone's kind of going, really? Let's have a look. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. Do you know what? Funny enough, that's been coming up for a lot of people. And I'm wondering whether there's not going to be a financial complication in this week across the board in the world. It's also a sensation of feeling shut out. And that's what prowess could actually do. And I was talking about in your auras, in your chakra readings, in the energy blueprint reading, to spend a bit of time for yourself and finding those sort of connections. And maybe this is it. This is where everyone's looking for something and you found it. It's going to set you apart from everybody else. Yes, it deals with finances. Sometimes it's a card of a loss of money, but the overall energy here will not be sort of trying to make sure you lose money. I don't think it's that. I think it's more of a case of you're on your path. Now, in order to do that work, you've got to go ahead and do that. That means you can't be with other people. You can't do other things. So you may feel that you're sort of like out of the loop of everybody else. That's what the overall energy is here. And I think in a way, it's a good thing because it allows you this week to set yourself up, to examine every sort of aspect of life. And if you set up or examine every aspect of life and use this intuition that is within you, you're going to come out the other end of, after the March transition in a really, really strong place. You're going to know where you're going, know what you're doing, and that's going to put your head and shoulders above the rest. Let's just see what's going on the karmic mission on your relationship side. There's a softness here. There's a tenderness. There's a there's a softness and tenderness here, an appreciation and it's almost, this could well be that click within you. It's a call to mission. This soft and this tender. It's almost as if like maybe the call to mission is here, and we'll be looking into this. We'll be doing deeper delves into your karmic mission. On this plane, as it were, during the week. But here, this call to mission here is to unify. And it's almost as if you've got a bee in your bonnet to unify things. I'm not sure, it could be for some of you, but it could be to rectify past wrongdoings. That could well be one thing. And I'm not necessarily talking, I'm not talking about necessarily your wrongdoings, just situations that might have been wrongly handled in your entourage. And obviously that makes you part of it, But there is a call to mission here to sort of unite and bring things together. And this could be within your couple, could be within your family, your friends, your community, everything like that. Let's just see how the divine plan is influencing this karmic message. The stronger you build your bridges, the easier it will be. I think they're talking about the transition in March, in the beginning of March. And I think this is where we need to be set. Is if it's clear for you from going from March. If it's not clear, that's where it risks to be a little bit complicated mentally, spiritually, physically. People are going to start feeling out of sync who haven't engaged in the changing consciousness of around us, you know. And I think this is where the universe is harmony. This is what we were talking about within your aura and your, you know, justice. It's also justice of sort of like wronging rights, righting wrong, sorry. You know, and I think that's, I think it's, you don't have to sort of say, you say sorry to the other. It's a case of kind of going, let's go out for a meal. But these two people don't really talk. That's okay. We'll sprinkle in a few other friends, then they'll have to talk. Even if it's via other friends and everything like that. You know, it's that sort of thing. It's not directly justice, but it is harmonious within the space. And the universe is backing you up on your mission here. And I don't think this is a bad card at all, this Five of Pentacles for you. Let's just see how your guides are influencing your karmic message. They're making sure you don't take on too much, because they're almost sort of saying, look, you know, it's all very well getting everybody together and everything like that, but don't forget your own path as well. And I think that's really important. I think that's one way of bringing them together, as I said earlier on, making sure that you don't get pulled off your path into sorrow stories. You know, we can only put our hand out to someone to help them to stand up. We can't walk for them. You know, and as much as we can help them along to, you know, I can take somebody's, you know, arm, we can go arm in arm, but, you know, don't ask me to put one foot in front of the other for you. It's going to be very difficult. I can even carry you for a bit, but it's not going to be long. It's not a good idea. So I think the guys here with the coincidences are trying to sort of give you that sort of clarity of mind. The best thing about the Queen of Swords here is that heart there. You can see that there. That heart there. She's got her emotions under control. She knows where she's going. She's heading off in a direction that is going with the flow of everything, because she has those flags that the wind is blowing at her back. So that's, you know, anybody who does sailing with a spinnaker sail, that's a big sail out in front. It's really easy to do. There's no tacking. You just go where everything else is taking you. And this is where the connection comes with everything around you. Let's just see how the guys are trying to influence that conversation age within you. Now, this is a case of not biting here on situations that are around you. They're helping you. So, you know, if you're, let's just say you've got those two friends that don't speak to each other, and you say, let's go out for a meal, and you invite 3 or 4 other people. So there's like 5 or 6 of you. So, you know, those 2 friends who have had an argument can actually sort of chill out and maybe find common ground. You know, I don't think it's a case of not being triggered by it, but I think that when they're trying to help you here, and this is where it'd be probably good to listen to your inner voice. It's almost like when the situation's sort of pretty much in front of you that you've got to deal with it, that's when you're going to get that moment where the guides are going to kind of say, try this. And it's going to be very calm, very fun, very loving. And that's what that overall energy that I was talking about. And so I would listen to that inner voice that's helping you to sort of like avoid arguments, avoid complications, walking away from difficult situations. This is what it's trying to do. I think at the moment that this week here is a case of you're here for the collective, and you're going to be that Taurus who is in the field with all the heifers, the cows, the cattle, and you've got your big family there, you know, and you're that Taurus looking after everything. And it's going to be really nice for you. I think it's going to be a really fulfilling week. I think by the end of the week, you're going to go, yes, I really did enjoy that week. But there is a learning curve to be in all of this. And that comes out on the karmic mission, which we will be delving deeper into for you on Monday as we go through the week. Let's just see what's going on talking about the karmic mission on your financial sort of sides. things are building up. That foundation or that buffer is coming back in. There seems to be a little bit more sort of consistency. There's no, it's not a moment of expansion, major expansion physically, but there is an expansion in the way of future opportunities, of welcoming in future opportunities. And maybe this is where the intuition comes out. There is a bit of a leap of faith, and that ties into your karmic mission as well. On this side here, this is a call to a mission. And on the financial side, as I said, I think it's going to be observing ideas that you can easily turn around and kind of sort of say, do you know what? If I set that up in 2 or 3 months' time, and then I can really launch it and get into it, that could sort me out in a really good way. If you were thinking about business, or if you were looking at your career path, by looking at your career path and noticing things around, not only within your market that where you're working is in, but also at the company itself, and sort of saying, yeah, do you know what? I think there's a possible career path there. I think I need to head down that direction now. How do I do that? And this is where the intuition will come into play. Okay, let's just see how the universe or the divine plan is influencing this karmic message. It's asking you to diverse. So this path may take you a little bit off the direction where you habitually normally go. And I think the universe is encouraging you to that. And they're encouraging you to follow and lead your own path. Excuse me, I just need to check, make sure it's all recording. Yeah, you need to be following your own path, as it were. And it is a direction that you have created. As that, you're protected by your own courage, because you just go ahead and do it. And this is where that harmony comes in, and just having the courage to use your intuition and go for it. Let's just see how the guides are influencing this karmic. Yeah, they're testing out the perspectives for you. Let's just see here. There seems to be something to do with sort of houses, or even to do with boats. It could be to do with by the sea somewhere, or something like that. That's very particular. That's going to be very particular for some of you. It's almost as if like finding your place. I think this is what it could be. Finding your place, working with other people, realizing the great work that you have done. And with that great work you have done, it's going to build you in that confidence to go forth and expand and to go into new areas and following that path. I think this is a really, as I was saying in the energy blueprint reading, I think this is things are triggered within you in the sense that you understand where you're going and what you should be doing. It's like, it just seems, that's what it is. There's no questions. Let's just see how the guides are influencing this conversation that is within you. Okay, so they're looking. I think you're going to realise that what they're trying to help you with in the conversation, this is like little things that come in and kind of sort of saying, what about that? What about that opening there in that career path there? That means we're going to have to take this road to get there, but that's a real possibility. And I think it's recognising that path towards your goals and aspirations. With the Ace of Swords, it is coming from like gifts that come out of the clouds for you, and it cuts through everything and makes everything so obvious that you're just going to go, I'm heading down here. And this is where you're going to have to head out, because it's not a wide path here that they've been showing me. It's a very singular path. It's your path that you should be walking down. And as you walk down that path, you're going to create a lot for you that's going to give you recognition, that's going to help you on this side of things as well. It's going to be absolutely blistering and blinding. Let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. Ooh. There's someone putting on armor. It's almost as if you're preparing yourself for something. It could be a call of duty, you know. Following your heart. Richard of Lionheart, maybe. That could well be what that was signifying. I think you will come out of this week feeling very secure in who you are. And because you're secure in who you are, you're going to easily be able to start saying, okay, in that case, I'm just going to follow my heart and go for it. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, really. And you're going to be able to make those connections with other people that are around you. It's going to be really, really good and really enjoyable. It's going to set that path going down, as I said, here, going down that path there. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Okay, Taurus, as I said, you'll have your karmic reading coming out on Monday. Just to give you a heads up on that karmic path, these two cards here, we will be delving deep into them. So I will see you then. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.